Welcome back to the Bamboo Experience podcast here at the beautiful oasis that is the Bamboo Retreat. So far, we've touched on massage versus massage therapy, and we also looked at mani-pedis and how to know when you are getting a really good mani-pedi. Today, we're going to go into the realm of skincare and unlocking the benefits and secrets of a good facial. With me is the proprietor and wellness guru, Mr. Steve Andrews. Hello, Steve.
Good morning, a pleasure.
Good morning.
Nice to
Pleasure.
be here again, and we're looking
Yes.
forward to this wonderful session on skincare today.
Skincare today,
Yes.
and skincare starts from the inside out, right? So that's why I'm drinking my green Japanese tea, or is it Japanese green tea?
Green tea, whatever, Japanese, European, African green tea.
Green
Right?
tea is green
Yes.
tea. So skincare starts from the inside.
Yes, skin. Remember, the face is like the cover to your book. I mean, you have a book. People will actually judge you based on your skin
Yeah.
or based on your face. That's what they see, and naturally, that's the truth. That the skincare or the face is basically the cover to your book. You can look at the skin and tell the story of what is happening to you as a person itself, and basically whatever is happening inside of the body will come to the surface itself, and it will highlight on the skin. And I think this is important that we manage how we treat the body, and by manage how we treat the body, we can also help with the management of the skin itself, which is the face, which is basically what we looked at.
So let's get into the realm of frequency. How often should one seek to get a professional facial?
Well, the theory or the concept basically that one have a facial. Well, the skin take 28 days to fully recycle itself. Basically, it takes 28 days to roll over, which is produce new skin.
Right.
Older you get, you start getting in your 40s and up, it takes longer. So 28 days you can have a facial, let's say once a month. Older you get sometime, that frequency needs to improve because you need to help the skin to roll over to maintain that beautiful look. Or remember early we talked about the benefits of that we cannot help you from aging, but we can help you to age gracefully.
Yeah.
So with the frequency and skin and facial, it helps you to create that balance going forward. So regular facial, it works to maintain that skin.
And just to establish, men and women
Men,
should look at getting facial.
men and women should look at facial because skin is skin. Whether you're a male or whether you're female, you can produce that. The skin will age with time, but also you help it to make sure that the management of the skin itself. Sometimes you can tell people that not taking care of themselves. You can just look at their skin and you can see what is happening. You can see that dehydration. You can see blockage pores. You can see all of those things. You look at someone's skin and you can tell based on the management of their well-being, or what is how good is the things that they do or what they eat and all of that to really manage the skin. But if we dive into it, there are different concepts. And when we think about the concept of the skin itself and what we eat and how it impacts our body, then we can share with persons what are some of the basic things that you can do to manage your skin.
Indeed. So I'm coming for a facial. What should I do other than wearing foundation and concealer and blush and all these things I have on? What else should I do to prepare for my facial?
Well, if you can wear your foundation and your blush and all of that, you're going to work me hard, so I'm going to charge you twice because I have to remove all of that from the skin. So basically, if you're coming for a facial, basically, I want to see you naked. Well, I say the skin.
Your face.
Because there's something that we said, okay, we need to strip the skin to see it naked, right? Or to
Yes.
see what it is. So when you come in for a facial, we expect, well, a normal skin is fine. Because if you come without moisturizing all of that, I can look at the skin and I can tell you what skin type you have, and then I can manage where you go from there, or what kind of treatment I could apply from you on your skin. Because sometimes when we have to remove all of that, because the skin, by using different product to remove all of that, all the makeup and all of the blockage in the pores and all the grease from the surface of the skin. The product will help to soften the skin, and sometimes you don't truly get to see what skin type we are really dealing with. So sometimes we like to have like a what I would call a naked skin that we can make assessment based on to do the treatment.
Awesome. So you touched there on different skin types. Can you elaborate some more? For example, I have very oily skin. My T-zone is always, glowing. And then there are other people who have very dry skin. What would you say are the ways that you approach dealing with these different skin types?
Well, as professionals, if you understand skin and you are an esthetician, which I'm not an esthetician really, I'm just do skincare, but I get to learn from some of the best in the business.
Right.
We look at skin in two ways. It's either negativity or positivity. We call it negative or positive, or what they call it is either alkaline or acidic.
Right.
The difference is you we'll understand the word is missing me with the skin. Is so you look at whether it's alkaline or acidic. So that's the way that we start. So you have two groups.
Right.
Alkaline meaning that because naturally your face is naturally acidic. Your body is alkaline. Your skin is actually acidic. So if you're gonna treat a skin, you have to understand, is this skin alkaline or this skin is acidic? Based on that, now you can decide what product line you can use.
Right.
Are you gonna use product that's full with acid, or you can use product that is water based? And then you can go. Then after that, you will dive in what skin type you have. I think we are in tropics and we misdiagnose our skin all the time. We are in tropics. It's hot, is thing. So you will sweat a lot. That don't mean that you are oily.
Right.
So sometimes what we do is how do you treat that skin? So my advice to lots of person, when you sweat, you wash your face at least twice a day.
Yeah.
Morning, night. You clean the skin. Overwashing the skin or washing the skin every time you see oil on your face and you go to the bathroom and you using soap, you use it to pull that oil because the skin will naturally protect itself by producing its natural oil.
Right.
If you keep stripping the skin every time it's oily, what happens that the skin start overproducing oil? So then you think that you have oily skin. Not necessarily you have oily skin. It's based on the way that you're treating the skin, you will get this problem. So what I say to people, and one of my first thing I said to person, ask question, how often do you wash your face? And based on that, if you're washing, if you are like we're in tropics, if you're in the sun, if you're running around and the skin get oily, you just wash it with plain water and use a tissue and dry damp that face. What you're doing, you're just removing the grease from the surface, but the pores are still with that natural grease. And damp dry it, then you create that, you will maintain the skin so the skin will not produce new oil or more oil to do what they have to do. So back to your question, when someone comes, we will make the decision based on alkaline, acidic. Then we will start breaking down if it's dry skin, if it's oily skin, or if it's a combination. Most people have combination skin.
Right.
Because the T-zone usually have that. The T-zone usually more oilier than the external faces itself. So most time people you will get that combination skin. It's a long explanation, but trying to get it right.
So I've been to different places to get facials, and one of the things that I dreaded was the peeling that you would endure with some treatments. So that in order to not be embarrassed in a management meeting with my face peeling, I would schedule my facial for maybe a Thursday, so that by the Friday when the peeling starts, chances are there aren't any meetings and the massive peeling then happens on the weekend. Tell me about your views on peeling and your approach to treating the skin, the way how other people would use the peeling approach.
Well, I always have an issue with peel. I never put peel on someone unless I think the person needs peel. We don't understand that our pigment irritation, because what peeling does really is like bruising the skin. So basically, you're putting something on the skin to irritate the skin. So when it irritates the skin, then the skin are producing inflammation, and by that inflammation, it growing new skin. If you have like dark marks, yes, you can break off or break down that skin. So basically, you're taking off a very small, light level of the skin. Having a facial every month and doing a peel every month in this climate is not so good, because what you're doing, you're thinning out your pigment of your skin eventually. Because this pigment is not just here for, it's not just the sun. We are living in warm climate.
Right.
Also, we are living in sea. That sea blast that come at you actually affects the skin. And lots of person don't know that, because you don't come out in the sun. Don't
Mm-hmm.
mean you go down to the ocean and you getting that sea blast coming and you it affects the skin as well. So peel after peel is not necessary. It's good for the skin, because it's like having a piece of wood, this wood, and you keep sanding it down. What
Right.
will happen? Eventually, you just waste away, and then there's no other wood. It's the same thing you do with peel. So, facial peeling is just one aspect of facial. It's about how do I produce new skin cells in a short period of time, or if I have a problem and I'm trying to get rid of it. If someone have a imbalanced skin, or what we call maybe blotches, dark marks, we might use a peel to bring it back to that, to stimulate new growth cells to have that level of balance among the skin. But it's not necessary. Peeling, microblading, all of those all no
Microdermabrasion.
dermabrasion, all of those things are natural, damaging to the skin in the long term. So
Mm-hmm.
facial, and that's why we talk about facial, and we say with facial is using sequences like your massage. We say there are some people that do massage and their massage therapy. It's the same thing when it comes to skincare. They have people that does facial and have skincare person, that the person that will do whatever it needs to take care of the skin.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, if the customer gets, sometimes the customer say, but I don't want that, it takes too long. But you have to educate the customer why. If sometimes the process is longer, but in the long term, as long as you get it right, then you have manageable skin that will sustain you for life. So these are things that we have to speak about. Product base, what product you use on the skin, what is in the product. So we have to learn to read labels to know what is in the product. And I had one of the best mentor and teacher when it comes to skincare in the globe, globally. A young lady in Jamaica, Jennifer Sumuda, and she was a aesthetic skincare specialist, and also she was a product manufacturer. And because of that, she had both combination. And it's so much that she taught me that I was like, wow. So I throw in my old book that I learned from, and I just focus on what she's saying to me. So when you understand how the skin works, products, what is in the product, then you can tailor what we call cocktail products to suit any skin type.
So let's get into products a little bit more. There are lots of organic products on the market now compared to perhaps some that having more synthetic products from the past. What is your preference?
Well, I always go back that the Bamboo Retreat is a wellness facility. And when we think about wellness, we have to think about the longevity of our clients and what is best for the client.
Yeah.
So because we are about promoting health, well-being, good
Yeah.
health. And so I tend to go for, I mean, there are about three different products. There's the medical grade, there's the paramedical grade with some that will have some medical, but it's not as strong as what you have. And then you have a natural based product.
Mm-hmm.
And we tend to stick to more natural based product. Results is not as fast as the medical grade, but I have, as I said, I was around long enough to know that we cannot stop you from aging. But if we help you, it's like a process. It's like doing anything. It's like going to the gym. You don't expect to get muscles overnight. But if you take your time and you can create that skin that you're looking for, I think I'm a good example as well. So I really think I'm a good example because I try to do some of the things that
And I'm over
I
here saying
sell.
thank God for makeup, but I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm sure our viewers are learning as well.
Yeah. So
So,
so so
so tell me, Steve, if I have a schedule, let's say I'm coming every other month to get my facial, what should I be doing in the meantime at home in my own home routine? Because you can buy the microdermabrasion ones on the shelf. Hell, I have one that I got from the supermarket, and it comes with the little pads and whatnot. But what are some of the things that you would advise people to do or not to do in between their facials to make sure that their skin continues to make good progress?
I think the problem that we have that um, in our region, and I guess this goes beyond our region because I have people around the globe that will follow our podcast. But in our region, in warm climate, remember products. Every product have a season.
Yeah.
Product is like clothing. Every clothes have a season. So if you have the treatment that you use in the summer is so different to the treatment you use in winter.
Right.
So when you are buying products, you just can't go and say, okay, my friend have this, it works for her. Which part in the world she live? Is she's in a cold climate or she's in a
Yeah.
warm climate? So when we are buying product in this region in the Caribbean, we have to focus on summer-based product that will help us in the summer. So we have to understand. So when I travel and I buy and I'm looking at product, the first thing I say is this a winter-based product or this is a summer-based product. I
Yeah.
need to know that based because that's what we are. So you have winter based product going to be a lot of hydration because what the cold do is it will
It will dry
cold
you
tend to
out.
pull everything out of the skin.
Yeah.
So you want lots of hydration. And the winter based product is basically is how do you manage that skin. So you want a product based on summer based product. But in the term of treating your home care is very important. And as I said, you wash. Some people say, but I wash my skin every morning. And you don't need anything too harsh on the face. The most sensitive part of the body is your face. The most T-zone is very sensitive. Then the cheek, everything is very sensitive. So, like people want to use the same soap that they bathe with their body, they want to use it on their skin, which is no, 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 because it's too harsh for the
So
skin.
you should have a different soap for your face.
Yes, and something that is soft, something is not too that is not gonna hydrate your skin too much.
Preferably with without scents and that kind of thing.
All of those things. Some
Yeah.
people can use, some people cannot use scent because based on your allergy base, all of
Yeah.
those things. So you have to find something that works for you. Okay, I use a lot of natural products in my treatment because I realize natural product works. You find a wash. So basically, your home regime is really a wash. Okay, you moisturize. Okay, a lot of people want to scrub their skin every time they are going in the shower, or they are cleaning the skin twice a day. That's too much. It's too harsh on the face.
This is like
Basically,
with body scrubs and that kind of
which is
thing.
where you have facial scrubs as well that you can use where people do it. I think the regime is that once a week you can give yourself a homemade because the homemade product is different to the commercial based product.
Yeah.
The homemade is like 10% off what a professional product should be like. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people use homemade product and say they are doing facial, but if you're doing facial, they are different between a home use product and a professional use product
Agreed.
because there's more control. Because a skin could you can have dry skin this month and next month it just switch on you and you come with very 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 oily skin. So you have to make those assessments. That's why your skincare expert is important as well. That because skin can switch if you sometimes a product works so well because you don't know how a product is going to work because all of us chemicals are different body chemicals. Some product works, some product don't work. So every time someone comes to you, you have to make the assessment and say this is working, this is not working. How do I? That's when you're speaking to a skincare person. If you're going for facial, they just go and put, oh, you have oily skin, we put oily products for oily skin on your face. You have dry skin, that's what we do. But if you are into skincare, then you'll find the product that you need, or the person that is doing the facial will make the assessment for you. And I think
Right.
that's something that we, as the Bamboo Retreat, have to spend some more time to do more education in terms of facial and create more products that our clients can take home and do that. So that's something that we have to work on.
So I'm here for a facial. Talk me through what the steps will be.
Well, if you come to us for facial, first thing that we try to do is really to assess your skin. We need to see what skin type you have. But before we do that, we will go through the basics. We go make sure that you start with a clean. So we'll try to clean the skin. So we use whatever we use to clean. Make sure we take off all the grease, the grime, whatever is on the surface of the skin. Then we do a scrub to really break down if any built up, because like grease built up. You're surprised how the skin looks when you have built up. And after built up, after the scrub in the skin, then we will look to, if we decided that we want to do no, after that we will then we use hot towels. We don't use steam unless it's really bad skin. Hot towels, because we are living in warm climate, so the pores is usually 99% of the time the pores is open. So we use hot towel just to open the pores enough that we could. Then we do our extraction. Then after our extraction, then we will do the mask if we need to do your mask. Then after that, you will do the toning of the skin. Then you do the moisturizer, and the most important aspect in facial, most people think is only product, but facial is a two-prong approach. One is skin, one is product, and one is massage. One of the very most important aspect of a facial is having a good massaging the skin, because your face look good and the muscles underneath it is like putting a sculpture up, and you put in whatever you put on that sculpture is there's nothing, it will just fall apart. So you need to massage the skin. So we have a massage routine that we will go through to make sure that the muscles in the skin, because it's like having a facial lift right before you. Okay, so we massage the skin, get those blood coming to the surface of the skin. So when the blood comes to the surface of the skin, it can absorb the products and stuff like that. So, and then we'll finish up whatever finishing cream we'll use. So it's really a 5-step approach in facial. If we're gonna do a peel, the peel will come in after you exfoliate and do all of those things. Then the extraction, that's the process that we did. Did I mention
Yes, you
extraction?
did. You did.
Yes. So after the extraction, then we'll bring the peel, and then we'll do the mask after that.
But don't do my extraction at home.
Well, I think that if you don't, you see the problem with extraction, you have to be skilled to do extraction. A lot of people take it and pull it. If you pull it, what happens is that you're creating scars, and that black mark will leave. When you do an extraction, you have to be precise.
Right.
And is a technique that you use. That's why they create the tools, to make sure. So if you do it at home and you damage the skin, then you're gonna leave a black mark. There's nothing you can do about that. But if you extract, and the extraction, you know what you're doing and you use the tool correctly, it should not left any black marks on the skin. And we're trying to get rid of black marks, and that's why one of the reasons you come to
Yeah.
get your facial.
One very important question that I'm sure a lot of persons have been pondering on, and that is sunblock. Persons of our pigment often think sunblock is for Caucasians or persons of a lighter complexion. Should we be using sunblock, especially with these 35-degree temperatures?
Well, sunblock is more acceptable as Africans, persons, or person with this skin type. Um, we are very special in terms of our pigmentation. I was told that we have 600 times more. I can't remember the word that you
Melanin?
in our skin than the Europeans thing. So it says that we can, but we sunblock is important, and that's when you are in direct sun you can use sunblock. If you get facial, most of the facial line now product will have sunblock, or what we call, what the word I'm looking,
The SPF?
SPF in it, in the
Yeah.
product as well. So that will help you. But if you go into Kaduman, if you go in on rallying, if you go in all of those things, sunblock is important, because not is a prevention more than you will have problems in the long run, and then you have to treat the skin. And so much of us is doing peels, so much of us is doing very aggressive facial treatment. I think sunblock more and more have to be a part of our regime. It's critical.
Very, very awesome information for us to ponder on. Always a lot to learn from the teacher, the guru himself, Mr. Steve Andrews. I have been your host, Crystal Austin, and this has been the Bamboo Experience. We are here in the wonderful oasis that is the Bamboo Retreat. I'm having with Steve some
Our green tea.
Japanese green tea. And that's all the tea we have for today. Namaste.
Enjoy. Until the next series.